Hey, it's Fred, and I'm going to just talk about the opportunity videos that Carrie, Dickey, Tara Wilson, and the team have put together uh, every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There's 8 presentations. This is for a limited time only. Today's the middle of December. They're going to run to the end of the year. I think between Christmas and New Year's, probably take that week off. And the plan is to run this at least in January. And so how do you leverage this? How do you take advantage of this? And so when you've got elite or executive distributors, consultants that are presenting 8 times a week, I'll do this here, 8 times a week. How do you take advantage of that? Well, I'm going to take you back a little bit to something I learned back a long time ago when I was first in the industry. And I was in the 90s. And we were having to drive to people, do presentations. Most people did like these 2-hour long presentations. So it was just really long and drawn out and hard to do. And you had to drive to meetings either across town or across like 4 hours one way and back, and get up in the morning to go back to work in the morning. So this was long before the internet, or not that long, but it was before the internet. It was before any of the technologies we have today, and Zoom, and be able to get instant information to somebody right away from the comfort of your own home. And there was one of the people in the company I was in that started doing 20-minute presentations. And what he would do is he'd go to the house, he would show a quick presentation and say, who do you know that we can talk to? Your neighbor, your sister, somebody close by. Give them a call and say, hey, I got something real important to show you. I'm coming over with a friend. We'll be right there. Right. And so then they would go do that meeting. And then they would do another meeting and another meeting. In the course of a day, would do 4 or 5 meetings. And then, maybe, and nobody joined. He didn't care if anybody joined, but the person somewhere in that chain, whether it was 4 levels deep, 5 levels deep, 8 levels deep, would say, hey, you know what? I want to do this. And then he would just call the people in between, then pull together a house meeting and pull it all together, then do the training on how to do this. But it was so duplicatable. He went from making a couple thousand a month to in the $50,000 a month range in a year, right? So way more than 10x his business. And so now what we've got Carrie Dickey, Tara Wilson, the elite distributors, executive distributors. Actually, I'm going to be speaking in 2 weeks in one of them. And so it's given opportunities to other people as well. But so here you can get people on these meetings. And how do you leverage that? Well, say on Tuesday. Now, this can be any day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There's 3 of them on Tuesday at, I think it's 7, 8, 9 o'clock Eastern. And they're the same slides. So every presentation is the same slides, just a different personality. Tara's would be different than Greg Deeker, but it's the same slides, the same information. And so, so the first one, you invite to the first one, John, what are you doing tonight at 7 o'clock? There's something really important you need to know about. Now, this is warm market, somebody and you just get them to commit to going on the Zoom and get as many as you can. But say you get John, we'll just say John. Well, that the presentation is 25 minutes. The goal is for everybody to be done in 25 minutes, 30 at the tops, but 25 is what Carrie wants us to do. And so now you've got 35 minutes before the next event. So you can follow up right away. Pick up the phone. Hey, John, what did you like best? Right. And they're going to maybe have some questions. Who can you get on the next presentation? Maybe it's your spouse. Right? Maybe call your brother or sister or somebody close to you, do the same thing I did to you to get them on. Don't even worry about enrollment at that point. And then build to the next event, which is, of course, at the top of the hour, say at 8 o'clock. Then do that again at 8:30. That meeting is now closed, and do the follow-up. And of course, you're inviting too, because a sense of urgency. This is real important, sense of urgency. When you can leverage, it's called leverage other people's knowledge, OPE, other people's energy, other people's experience, other people, OPK, other people's knowledge, other other people doing the work. You just got to invite. And then, of course, on Wednesday, there's going to be 2 more, right? Because on Wednesdays, there's 2. And so you invite to that, and they all invite to that meeting. And then you follow up each time. Hey, what did you like best? And of course, how it is to get them started, and then you build for Thursday. So if you started with one person and you leverage that, of course, you should be trying to bring people to every single meeting. And then it just takes one person to leverage that. I did a video a couple years ago called Leverage Income versus Job Income. I'm going to put the description or the link to that in the description, and go watch that to see the potential. Now, in that, I was talking about, months instead of each cycle of time was a month. What if this could be each cycle of time was an event, right? And there's 3 events on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday, 3 on Thursday, Friday and Saturday. You connect with your upline, you do a little bit of training, you teach people how to get engaged for the next week, where there's going to be 8 more, right? And so you can build literally in the next couple weeks, can build the foundation for a massive team. Watch that video, Leveraged Income versus Job Income, to see the potential and to contrast it to what we're doing. Now, that presentation I did before was using the old comp plan, which this is, way better of a compensation plan, but the principles are the same. So watch that. Let's just take advantage of Brandon Cunningham and Tara Wilson, Carrie Dickey, and all the other presenters. I think tomorrow Dr. Sean McKee is one of them, but it'll be just the next event. Build to it, follow up. If they need to explain it to their spouse, let the next presenter explain it, and then explain to them the power of leverage. Maybe even use that video that I'm going to put in the description to explain the potential and how you can 10x this so fast, and compare that to a job income, and what we need to do to make a living in these times that we're in now, where you can leverage, a publicly traded company with the products we have, and the experience and the leadership we have to be able to do that. So with that, just take advantage of this time we're in. This is a temporary time. This is not going to last for very long, that we have this opportunity. So with that, this call's over. Check the call in the description.